Roboteam is a company with roots in Israel, but a growing footprint in the U.S., thanks to great interest from the Pentagon in their robots. I visited the company recently and spoke to CEO Shahar Abuhazira about the company's transition.
We are a pretty young company. Opened the company barely 7 years ago in Tel Aviv. This is where used to be our headquarters. And something very interesting that happened to us is that we've managed to create a relationship with the US government almost immediately after we opened the company. It started with organizations like JIDO and CTTSO, invested some money in Roboteam in the early days in supporting the development of our products. And this is what brought us to the US market pretty soon. So we opened the US side of Roboteam almost 4 years ago. And today we are very much involved in almost each one of the robotics programs in the US government, working with all the spectrum from law enforcement, military, state level, with everybody.
That's great. So in terms of the U.S. military, give me a broad, we're going to talk more specifically about some of your systems, but give me kind of a summary in terms of what the robots that you all produce, the kind of functions that they do for the military.
So in general, everything that we do stays on the tactical level. We are developing unmanned ground vehicles, everything not too big, not too heavy. We like to call it the squad level. Means you can take it with you, you can carry it, you don't need special vehicles to bring our special vehicles to the field. The latest is, of course, the big contract that we got from the US Air Force. We won a competition for the US Air Force EOD. Okay. This is basically for their units for doing airfield clearance and just regular EOD missions all around the world. We provided for them the MTGR, our leading product.
Is that this right here?
Yeah, this is it. The MTGR is our light EOD platform, basically designed to do any kind of task that the traditional EOD systems used to do, but now it can be deployed. It can be carried on the back of the soldier with additional very interesting features that we have on the system. The system was developed together with JIDO and CTTSO, being deployed all around the world, from Afghanistan, Iraq, Gaza, Korea, with the US forces, Israeli forces, and many other forces around the world. The highlights of the system, first, that it's really the lightest system in the market, that it's really effective, really can do things in the field. It has great maneuverability, which was a huge challenge for small robotics. Can climb stairs. It has 8 fully integrated cameras, which provide you very good understanding of the surrounding. A great communication, and most important, it's very, very simple to operate.
Okay.
This used to be a big challenge for robotics, and Roboteam created a system that are extremely intuitive, very simple to operate. You don't need to be an expert to operate the system. You need to get short training, and then you can do it. We did it with a lot of software work, with a lot of understanding of the users and what they want to do.
And it's operated through this device?
Yes, so we are controlling the systems from this device. We call it the ROQ7, which is the Ruggedized Operator Control Unit. We designed it just to control our systems, and today we are also selling it as a standalone product. It's a 7-inch touchscreen with also hard buttons to control the systems. Works on military standard batteries with all the military standards that required. And the operator just controlled the system with the ROQ7. Today, we released just recently new features that even allows the operator to use the systems without the need in teleoperation, means a special sensor that can follow you as an operator.
Okay, so you don't necessarily have to direct it with this. It literally will
Exactly. We brought a lot of commercial technology into the military systems, like LiDAR sensors, for example, which allow today, again, we talked about make it simple, to not only to control it without the need to hold the controller, but also to one operator to control several systems. We like to call it one-to-many. Yeah. One operator, many systems, which make it more effective, more simple. And this is the way that also the Army is looking for the next future.
And I know you talk about these being carried by the soldier in theory, or they're very light and maneuverable. Do they take these on missions before necessarily knowing how they will be utilized? Is it sort of in the field, depending on the circumstances in the moment?
So the history of the product starts with users saying that even the light systems that were provided to them are too heavy.
Okay.
So there are systems that are considered to be light, but with all the gear, all the accessories, it's becoming just too heavy. I can tell you that in my background, I'm an infantry officer also. You don't like to carry heavy stuff with you.
No.
And with the MTiger, we've managed to take it to really reasonable numbers. Basic system is only 16 pounds.
Okay.
With everything, controller, batteries, payloads on the back of the soldier, it's 30 pounds. And this is a reasonable number that a soldier can put on his back and to take it just in case.
Okay.
We can also see today maneuver forces just need the capability to handle IDs even without the need to call the special bomb technicians.
Okay.
And this is a huge breakthrough.
Okay. Now I know it then evolves up to this system, which is obviously much larger. Talk to me briefly about what this is used for.
So this is very interesting. This is we call it the Probot. The Probot is our logistic carrier. It's been actually the origins of the program is a joint program for the U.S. government and the Israeli government to provide unmanned systems to a basic mission, to carry the equipment of the soldiers.
Sure.
And what you can see over here is one of the configurations of the Probot, which it can carry up to 1,600 pounds of equipment with all kind of unique features that make it usable in the field.
Okay.
We are using electrical motors, that it's very quiet, military standard batteries, rechargeable batteries. And also the way that you are controlling the system, as I mentioned on the MTiger, is in a very simple way. It can all just with the remote control, or it can follow you. So we have sensors, it's identified the person, I just follow the person without the need even to control. You can focus on the enemy and not on the system. And even basic ways to control, like a basic joystick, that if you want, you can just hold it in your hand, you can connect it to your rifle, and you can see it's easy. Just in the press of a button, you can just controlling it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Doesn't seem like it should turn on a dime, but it looks like it does.
It is. Yeah. It's simple. It's simple. This is the key word.
Yeah.
It must be simple. It don't need to be too complicated. Otherwise, the soldiers are not going to use it. It's simple as that. And the Probot, it's very interesting because once you see the application, once you see the product, immediately you're saying, oh, it's not in the field for 20 years now.
Right.
Because it's not like detect IDs, it's carry equipment. And
practical, logical, yeah.
Exactly. So when we came to develop this system, we tried to do analysis. We talked to users, what are the problems? And number one was size and weight. Yeah. So as you can see, it's not too big. It's not too heavy. These 4 soldiers can lift it in a Humvee, an armored vehicle.
Okay.
Again, replaceable batteries. If it's stuck in the field, you can just like push it. You don't need to call a special vehicle. You don't need gas or something like this to work it. And also we designed it to be affordable.
Yeah.
I don't want to say, of course, it's not low cost yet, but it's definitely affordable. Those systems, in order to be fielded with many users, needs to be in reasonable prices. This is what Roboteam did with the Probot, with the MTiger, with everything that we do.